us at the bar, please.
Welcome to Tavern Tales. These are the adventures of The Rookies, a curated actual play of the tabletop role-playing game Masks, A New Generation from Magpie Publishing. Previously on Tavern Tales, mechanical spiders have descended upon our heroes as they investigate the tot stop. But what is Bo doing to the floor?
Come sit down and drink with the enemy, raise a glass and toast to the enemy, and I'm not gonna do this on my own. So come sit down and laugh with the enemy, raise a glass and sing to the enemy, and I'm not gonna do this on my own. So I won't end up being alone, 'cause I won't drink my drink alone. So what about you? One beer or two, I'll drink to you.
So you have a 15. Even though you're guilty, you still super succeed, and you can assess the situation by asking 2 questions.
All right. How can I quickly end this? Best end this quickly?
How could we best end this quickly?
Yeah.
Yeah, from down here, it seems to be a manufacturing place where like spiders are being put together amongst other things in this like underground production facility.
What?
And you see a large power conduit and power box there. And if you destroyed that, you would take out the power in this production facility and might end this quickly.
What can I use to take out the means of production?
Yeah, there's a disabled spider at your side here. You could probably use your prodigious strength and a couple of those spider legs to cut through the power line of the production facility.
Would that blow it up?
You only get 2 questions. Haha.
Oh, okay.
She only got 15. She should get 3.
She guilty.
Okay, I feel a little guilty. Okay, so I'm gonna do that. I'll get a +1 to do that.
Exactly. Cool. Okay. So XPay is blasting some children.
Mm-hmm. Yep,
while
as they do.
Adora is carving through the power line, a main power line of the building, while George and Terry are overrun by spiders. Yeah. Even though Terry is riding one, and there's definitely fan art of Terry with his cape around in one hand, the head of the spider, guiding the laser as it shoots things, and he's stabbing other spiders and using the spider he's riding to like have it impale other spiders. There's this beautiful art of this happening, but that never... There's no panel in the comic book of this because it didn't happen.
And the caption is the new Spider-Man.
So, XP, you are first. You blast the kids.
Oh, yes.
What did you get on your roll to directly engage a threat?
13.
And when you directly engage a threat, you're not afraid, right?
Oh, I thought I was unleashing my powers.
No.
Okay. I lied. 11.
Okay. And then you are afraid.
Oh, no. 9.
Okay. So on a 9, you pick 1.
Take something from them.
Yeah. Can I take all of the tablets at once? No, because I'm already blasting them. I don't want to take away as well.
You took away their hands because you're blasting all the children.
Because Heather is in the room, I would like to frighten the opposition.
You would be frightening the children. I don't know if necessarily Heather is your target in this situation. You're targeting the kids. You definitely frighten them and get a +1 against them and against the spiders going forward.
More than the ball pit is going to smell like pee.
Yes.
Yeah, I'll frighten the opposition.
You take a +1 forward against them, but you're going to take a powerful blow because the kid hits that button on the panel and the laser blasts you into the back and you take a roll to take a powerful blow.
I should have avoided that.
Yeah.
Wow, snake eyes.
So you have done a very good job of taking a powerful blow.
Like, these rolls are...
So on a miss, you stand strong. You're going to get to mark potential, and you tell me how you weather the blow of this laser. Does it actually hit you, or does the thing go and power down?
I think 2 things happen. I think because my blow that I just did to the ground, I think pushed it back enough that it just missed me as it powered down.
Okay, cool.
So it like just put it a little bit out of reach.
All right, so the blow shot and the sonic effect ricocheted and hit the spider, and it missed in its laser, and it shot through the front window of the building instead of hitting you. And I have to mark a condition against the threat you're currently facing.
I hope I didn't hit the baby and their mother again.
They're gone.
Okay,
They're
good.
very
And
gone.
you have made the spider threat insecure.
Wonderful.
Yes, exactly.
Insecure spider.
It feels bloated today.
The manager looks at you in awe as you take out the children and the pads as they fall over. And the manager looks at you and says, "You are not a model employee."
It was their nap time.
That's a good comeback.
Yeah, that's a good Paige comeback. She says, "If you wish to continue to remain employed here, you will take care of the intruders to our back area immediately."
Oh no, Paige is like way too excited about this.
She didn't specify who was the intruders.
And we will need to work together in order to succeed.
I wholeheartedly agree with you. I will go back there and I will go assist. And XP leaves.
Okay, wait. She is trying to change your labels, is what she's trying to do. She's trying to change your labels and say that you are more of a savior and less of a freak. Do you accept that?
No.
Okay, then roll.
No.
So you failed. So mark a condition, and I will shift your labels to being the savior up and freak down. Okay, while you're choosing, Adora, roll to directly engage a threat.
Sorry, what was I shifting up?
The savior is going up and freak is going down.
That would be a 10.
Woot.
Ooh, I love it. And you are not afraid at all?
No, I'm only angry.
Okay, great. So your angry, guilty, insecure personage brings these two spider stabbing legs down onto the power bar, and you get to pick two, I believe.
Yep. I would like to take something from them being their lives. And I don't care if I take their blows though. So I'm going to surprise the opposition. Mwah.
Roll to take a powerful blow as the electrical current surges through you, blasting you backwards as you cut the power with your bloody arms. You have 3 conditions marked. That's a 9. So on a 7 to 9, choose one.
I'm going to take 2 conditions and pass out.
Wow, I love it.
Oh.
Perfect. Mark your 2 conditions.
And but because I was kind of being a sacrificial person, did I assuage my guilt? Discard this card if at the end of the scene you make a sacrifice to absolve your guilt.
Well, it's not the end of the scene yet. So what did you take for
Nice
a condition?
Guilty.
Guilty. That makes good sense. Yeah, I mean, you just knocked everyone out.
Yep.
And they told you, go and take care of the intruders in the back. Meanwhile, Adora has cut the power and the lights go out everywhere. George Grady, you watch Adora's body spark with blue lightning and electricity, get thrown backwards, land brutally and heavily against a wall, leaving cracks and fissures against it as Adora slumps unconscious to the ground and is taken out. And Solarian stands there watching XP and Heather Tarian have a tete-a-tete, and the power goes out there as well. A bunch of the spiders, Terry, turn off as Adora has caused the spiders to take their final condition, because they only had 3, to be hopeless. Many of the spiders immediately power down and flop lifelessly to the ground. However, many of the spiders that are down there in the subterranean level, George, recede into the background, and the red lights dim to nothing as they leave and vacate, running away.
Weird. George is going to quickly rush over to Adora and grasp her.
He rushes over. You see the panel is George holding Adora, looking down. And we turn to Solarian and XP and Heather Tarian. And Heather Tarian in the dark says, "What the?" Solarian.
I'm going to try and pierce Heather Tarian's mask. Find out what she really wants to do.
How do you do that?
I'm going to ask her what you're planning here. Just straight up.
Okay, so you give me some color here.
So Solarian walks over.
Ooh, dramatically?
with purpose. He doesn't air chop and kind of gets in her face and asks her what's really going on here.
How does he say it?
What's really going on here?
Does he point his finger at
Yeah.
her too? Okay. I can see that. His eyes flare with the
No.
cosmic lights. No,
He's
because
he's got no power.
No colored. But they would if they could, right?
Yes.
Cool. Yeah, okay. Pierce the mask. Roll. Roll plus mundane.
Sick. And I get -2. So 6 plus 3 is 7.
You're plus 3 on mundane?
Sorry.
Yeah.
6 plus 3 is 9.
I was going to say,
Minus
super mundane
2
right now.
is 7.
First mundane Nova ever. Or what's your mundane at there, Terry?
0.
It's really weird.
Feel like you're the one that keeps shifting our labels, bro.
Hey, you're not doing a good job of fighting it back. You're unconscious. I can't talk to you. Okay.
Hey, it makes sense he's mundane right now.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That is true. So
All right. Ask your question.
What are you really planning here?
Go on my coffee break in 15 minutes and maybe get out of here at the end of the day without really losing a kid again? No. She stumbles back, her eyes going wide, and she says, "It's not me. I'm just following orders. The objective is to grade and gauge the children's abilities, and if they succeed beyond a threshold, I am to report them to my supervisor." She's got her hands up, her eyes are wide. Her name tag has shifted and it's kind of like at an angle now, so it's no longer nice and flat.
Interesting. That's all he says.
Okay.
Because he's just so lost in his own head right now with everything.
That's fair. He's got a lot working on. XP, you're standing amongst a bunch of unconscious children. Terry, what are you doing?
I am going to get off the spider I was riding because I'm guessing it powered down.
It isn't powered down. It's starting to leave.
Oh, it's starting. I'm just going to keep sitting on it. Where's this going?
Right. It goes into the bay that they were in before and starts to like turn around and back into like a charging
port
where you will be crushed if you stay with the spider.
I'm going to get off the spider.
All right. Terry hastily leaps from the spider as the spider backs up and turns off.
I'm going to take a look around the back of the space because we never had a chance to see if I can find any clues to like who is running this operation.
All right, roll to assess the situation.
6. So
okay.
I would like to change the narrative a little bit.
Change the narrative?
Yeah, just a tiny bit. I wanted to have yelled at George to say, "George, please tell them how awesome I was," before I did the thing.
You don't need to spend a gem to have that happen.
Okay.
You were more than awesome. Just before you bring the things down, you turn, shoot a look at George, and you say, "Tell them how awesome I am."
And yeah.
That's amazing.
You're going to provoke him to do that?
Yes, I am.
I thought so.
Yeah, and it's also going to make me change my rival to him too.
Okay.
Oh.
Because I have these cool team moves where I can change my rivals and loves and
Yes.
stuff like that with cool situations. So I'm going to provoke you, sir. I'm going to selfishly use a team.
Oh, wow.
This is really important to you.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, it is.
Do you have a 7?
Yes, now I do.
Okay.
Yeah, sweet. All right. And I'm going to change my rival to you.
Happens to me, though.
So here's the thing. If you do it, we're going to add a team to the pool. If you don't do it, you have to mark a condition.
Right.
There you go.
Yeah, no, that's no problem. That sounds like I'm not going to resist you.
But
That
let's be
sounds
clear.
great.
This wasn't a kindness.
No.
This was them threatening you. Because if you don't do it, you'll be afraid or guilty or insecure or something, right? Like you'll have to, you feel like you don't want that condition to happen. You're going to tell everyone what Adora did.
Yeah.
Terry, you're standing there. You've assessed the situation. How did it go?
I failed.
Mark potential.
Sucking so bad at this.
But you're going to get a new thing.
You're going to get more awesome.
Yeah.
Maybe.
And you don't see a spider coming in and one of their dagger-like legs stabs you in the foot as it's retreating. So roll to take a powerful blow. Hey, you failed to assess the situation.
7.
Plus your conditions you've currently marked. Okay. So you're at a 9.
Yeah.
So choose one of those below. XP, what are you up to?
XP has walked away from the children after ensuring that they're all comfortable and walks over to Heather Tyrion. And because XP heard the conversation happening, and XP says, "Who is your supervisor? I would be very interested to know so that I can report to them that you let thousands of spiders in where kids are residing."
You're fired.
Oh.
You can't fire me. Look how good I am with the children. They're all asleep. I haven't seen you do that yet.
She turns her back to you.
That's so rude. I just want to know who you work for. XP's going to look at Solarian and say, "Solarian, make her tell me what I want to know."
What do you want to know?
Who she works for. She said she's not doing this. She's doing it because of her supervisor. Well, who the hell is your supervisor?
I guess I'm going to ask Heather Margaret Tarian and ask who she's working for. Because she said earlier that it's not her who's doing this, is who she works for, is telling her to do all this.
Okay.
So I'm going to try to do that with all my minuses.
Yep, that's fine. She's already said the parent company, my supervisor. She's not given any more information than that. And I have already stated that just talking at her isn't going to be sufficient.
Solarian's going to try and grab her by the back and pull her
Okay.
to try and emit some sort of reaction from her to get her to...
Just then, your powers turn back on and you punch her through the face.
Yeah.
You grab Heather Tarian.
Yank her back so that she will face us.
Okay.
Give us the information that we want.
You haul her, and she's now in your grasp.
And then I'm going to grab her by the sensible
Now you
blouse
have her
that
by the
she's
front and the back of her outfit. And what?
Now that he's got control of her,
Yes.
he's going to throw her up against a wall
Yeah.
and demand answers. No vague bullshit. Just straight answers. Who's the parent company?
Okay.
Et cetera,
She
et
says,
cetera.
they have many titles. My direct supervisor is the chair of Camp Org off the books.
No! I passed out.
And then he throws her to the side because
She flees.
good enough.
Dang it, Solarian. We needed her.
All 5 of you are now sitting in the bay at the top. Adora is still unconscious, but is coming to because Adora managed to clear a condition.
All of my guilt.
Correct. So you're still at 4 conditions. You come to as George is saying,
Guys, you should have seen it. It was so awesome. She just saved all of us. It was sick.
I'm a friend tend to be asleep, so they talk about me.
Like, I don't think you guys are grasping this. It was so awesome. I know it's all caps because it's already Comic Sans, but it's all caps. So it was so cool. She like took the legs of those spiders and like smashed them into the electricity, which is like not a good choice because like electricity equals, I'm surprised she's alive. That's how amazing it was. She like smashed and then there's electricity everywhere and all the spiders went away. Like, I don't know why they didn't turn off, but like they went away, which is cool. It's awesome. Underline awesome.
well, you definitely have told them how awesome she was.
That was the request.
Yes. And you have used the word awesome 7 times.
Because that was the request. That's what she wanted. If I don't do it exactly, something bad will happen.
True.
Cool. How does this make everybody else feel about Adora?
I mean, we did some stuff upstairs that you guys didn't see that was pretty cool too. It wasn't just Adora.
I mean, yeah, it's pretty cool. Not sure why you would mix electricity and metal, though. That seems pretty novice.
I guess we'll have to take your word for it. I didn't actually see
They have
anything.
not recognized how awesome Adora was.
I don't think you guys get it. She died and came back to save us all. She's freaking Jesus, guys.
I put a circle of children to sleep with a sonic blast.
You abuse children and you want praise?
They were controlling the spiders with their technology.
No, they're powered by electricity and should get rid of the electricity.
Okay, this sounds great. George, attempt to provoke
That's so confrontational.
XP. Well, this
Yeah,
is what was asked
I know,
of you.
that is what
and
was asked.
no one was swayed. So roll to provoke as you two get heated in each other's faces.
Uh-oh.
Do you have influence over XP?
Negative.
All right, you don't get anything there.
And my superior 0, so it's just a 7.
A 7 is enough. You've now provoked XP, and if XP acknowledges the awesomeness of Adora, we'll add a team to the pool. If they don't want to recognize the awesomeness of Adora, they can mark a condition.
What you gonna do?
When they come for you. XP is going to mark a condition because they feel really good that they half contributed to what helped Adora do what she did.
Wow. Okay.
Angry.
XP refuses to recognize what you've done. So I feel like, do you feel that you have won in the end, or are you going to mark a condition? Because you still haven't been able to do it. All you've done now is make XP angry.
I feel like that's not something that happens often.
No, probably gonna get a condition.
XP's eyebrows now come fully into view and effect and will be there forever now, currently in the frowny format.
Angry resting face.
That's good angry face there, Paige.
All right, Adora's
What
gonna.
are you doing there,
George
George?
is angry as well because we basically just had a fight.
Right, that makes
you're
sense.
not
yeah.
understanding what I'm saying.
Did we just have our
Adora's-
first fight?
We had our first fight.
Adora's gonna wake up now.
That makes perfect sense. Can you wake up?
Hello? What's going on? Is everyone okay?
You're in George's arms as George is glaring at XP and XP is glaring at George. What are Solarian and Terry up to?
Solarian's just kind of observing the carnage and destructions everywhere. Wishes he could have done some of that, but he didn't.
Do you feel left out?
I see XP mad and I'm like, XP, why are you mad? You did so much. Shrug. I'm going to try to comfort XP.
Oh, you're laying there. You're just waking up. What is Terry up to?
Okay, fine.
Terry has one of the power down dead spiders and he's pulling it apart and tinkering with it because he's wondering how the mechanics of it work.
Sure.
Cool.
Roll to assess the situation.
I like it.
Yes, finally! For the love of Saint Francis. Okay. I got a 9 plus superior. 0 still. Damn it. Why can't I use my savior? That's the one that's like awesome.
Okay.
What here can I use to improve our tech that we use as a team?
Well, you're anything because your team doesn't use tech.
I'm going to take this home with me, this spider, and I'm going to take it apart.
What here can I use to?
What here can I use to? Oh, I wanna take one of the lasers from the spider. That's what I'm gonna do. No,
not a question.
I'm sorry.
Ask
I know.
a
I'm trying to figure out how to freaking put it into a phrase. Okay, just what here can I use to fight enemies in the future?
Cool. Yes, you can take one of the lasers from the creature and you can mark that into the space and you can remove the cape.
Zorro, but with a laser beam.
And it's called Blast 'em Back.
XP, you did so much up there. I know.
And then you give double thumbs up to XP.
Yeah, that's just me to Paige.
Oh, okay.
No, but I'm gonna attempt to comfort XP.
By saying?
Everybody was contributing to the teamwork, but I'm sure you made a big difference.
You were down in this hole. How do you know what I did?
The spiders stopped working before I was able to destroy the power.
Oh, interesting. You hear that, George?
That's not what I saw. I just saw Adora in all her glory.
I'm just trying to be supportive of XP to say we all contributed to the fact that the spiders didn't kill the children.
I think you're asleep, but I'm not 100% sure.
I'm awake now.
The children?
Oh.
The children.
Why are we just leaving them there? Why aren't we checking on the children?
Because you're trying to tell us how awesome Adora is. You never asked how the children were.
Interrupt me next time.
You make the attempt to comfort, so you've definitely tried.
I think you might be comforted.
I might be forced to be comforted.
I don't know.
Feel comfort.
Feel better.
Yeah, I got a 9 then.
Because you're angry still?
Yeah, I'm still angry.
Okay, so you're -2 to comfort.
And I'm -1, so I'm actually an 8. But still.
So on an 8 for comfort, they hear you. So you get to choose. You can mark potential, clear a condition, or shift labels if you want to. You can do any of those things. You don't have to do any of those things. I mean, you can just literally mark potential.
Yeah, I'll mark a potential.
Yeah, like you've heard them. You're like, yeah, I am awesome, and it did come across. You're awesome.
Yeah,
I'm awesome. More awesome than you are. Son
I
of
am awesome.
It didn't make you any less angry, guilty, or afraid. It just made you feel awesome. Yeah. Cool. That's a good point to note. Like
the thing
they
is,
said
like,
nice things to you.
Yeah.
You rejected those nice things. Still made you feel better.
Yeah.
Thing is, like, XP doesn't have memories of Adora, so I'm trying to play it like we have this relationship, even though that we don't.
That's fair.
So.
Yeah, it's very, very fair, and it was really, really, really well done. Okay, the scene is ended. So we're not rushing off to save unconscious children. I don't want to do that scene. They're unconscious. So we're at the end of the scene. Does anyone feel that they can clear a condition at the end of the scene because they have done something through their actions in this scene? Did you do any of these things that allow you to clear a condition on the card?
I think I acted somewhat foolhardy without talking to my team. I was jumping on spiders and stuff. Does that count?
No, because guess what? Your team wasn't even around.
I know.
I really stopped talking to my team, taking foolhardy action.
You just tried to comfort your friend.
Oh, no. I thought you meant before. Okay.
Yeah. And got anything over there?
Maybe afraid, but I didn't actually run from something difficult because XP stopped me.
Yeah, you tried to run from something
run.
difficult.
So, but I didn't actually get away.
If you are afraid, you clear the condition if you run from something difficult? Is that what it says?
It says discard this card at the end of a scene if you run from something difficult, but I didn't actually run.
I think you did run from something
did.
difficult.
You
You
intended
turned to
to.
flee, and everyone knew that, so you may clear that condition.
Yay.
Got any conditions you can clear there, XP?
I don't think so. Like, the only thing I was thinking is the hurt someone, because, like, I obviously hurt Adora's feelings because I just rejected their comfort.
Right?
But I don't know if it was, like, physically hurt someone.
Emotional wounds are harder.
There are no physical wounds in this game. If you hurt someone or break something important. Yeah, I don't think you really technically have
Yeah.
hurt someone or broken something
So I
important.
think I keep every...
Yep. Great. So we've resolved that. It's at the end of the scene. So is there anything else that you would like to know from this warehouse full of unconscious kids, disassembled and powered down robots?
Were the silver pods the spiders? The 5
No.
silver pods? I would like
There's-
to look at those 5 silver pods.
You
when
look
we
at
came.
5 silver pods. Look like they could house people.
Oh.
They open up and there's like a little bed, soft, squishy thing. Seems to be person sized.
I feel like climbing into it is a bad idea.
And that's what Terry says.
Yes.
George comes out of the room that had all the kids in it and he says,
Don't one panic. The kids are all just sleeping. It's okay.
That makes me really happy. Thank you for verifying.
Solarian, thank you so much for trying to save me back there.
I tried, but failed miserably.
You know, being a hero without any powers. What the heck? Truly shows who you can be.
Completely and utterly useless.
Oh.
Whoa.
and that's the end of the session.
Oh, God.
Nice.
So much
So
angst.
we are at the end of the session, and we are now going to go around, and everyone will tell whether they have grown closer to the team, grown into more of your image of yourself, or you've grown away from the team. Who would like to go first?
I will. I feel like, for once, I grew closer to the team because of the moment that I shared with Solarian, and I felt like I had a kinship with him, which I haven't had before.
I love that.
Thanks, bro.
Why don't you give influence to that character?
They already have influence. Oh, wait. Sick.
Boom. There you go. I love that. Now, you may also now mark potential or clear a condition.
I will clear a condition.
Oh my. Okay.
I'm going to clear afraid.
Nice. Yeah, that makes great sense. Who's next?
George can go next. So George grew closer as well. Like, he actually felt like he contributed, even like his neither Terry or Solarian have spoken about how they didn't like
All right.
being
Who made you
taken
feel
out.
welcome?
Adora for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So give Adora influence.
Welcome to the hole I just made.
Thank you.
And I'm also no longer afraid of her because I think
Oh.
I did her well.
Okay.
So I think I'm going to get rid of my afraid.
Nice.
Sweet.
Perfect. That feels really good and true. Who's next?
I can go next. I feel like I grew away from the team.
Well, you definitely threw yourself away from the team.
Yep.
Quite
Yep.
literally.
Also, like, nobody believed I was awesome, even though I heard all of it.
I
So,
believe your eyes.
Why do you feel detached?
Because everyone else ran away from the danger, and I was the only one who was like, I have a plan, but like didn't explain it to anybody, and I don't feel like we're communicating well
Why do you think that is?
because everybody else ran away. George forced them to run away, but it's fine. That's what it looked like to me,
Ooh.
right? And XP already
Well, then
didn't
take
go.
influence away from someone else.
Yeah, I'm going to take it from XP.
Oh, I thought it was going to be me.
Well, I totally thought it was going to be George that you were going to take influence away from too.
You
No.
said I was awesome. I feel like you're taking
No,
that
this is
back
all
now.
lies.
Whoa.
I know.
She got real.
Harsh.
That's a really interesting choice because George is your rival.
Yeah. So
Do
It
you
help-
want George
no.
to have influence over you?
it helps me to have info. Oh, you're right. But I like this choice because I feel like XP was like oppositional of the team. The rest of what we originally like, we felt like we were all going to fight the spiders, and
Right.
XP is like, I got a different plan. And XP was always kind of the previous session leading.
Yeah,
me
I mean,
into it.
you definitely have choice here.
Yeah.
Assuredly, George could be very well what you've taken influence away from as well this time. But I think that that's fair and that's fine. And you had a little tete-a-tete with XP, and XP would not be ameliorated from their anger towards you and the
Yeah.
group, and marked potential by being like, yeah, I am awesome. Thanks for noting that. Fair. Absolutely.
Yeah.
You're seeing, it makes good sense. Who's next?
Sure. Terry, I think, grew away from the team.
Oh, wow. Okay. Who did this to you?
No, he's still like fractured from like his previous mess ups, and he can tell something's wrong, but no one's addressed it, and he can sense that like everybody's kind of peeved with him, but we haven't had that conversation. And then also Solarian's last comment where he said, yeah, without powers, you're useless, was like, I felt like he was talking about me even though he's talking about himself.
Take influence away from someone.
Yes.
Whose influence are you going to take away?
I don't know if I have influence with Solarian, do I?
He doesn't even have influence over you yet.
Oh, man.
So
I'm going to take it away from George.
What did I do now? No one likes George.
Because you kept saving me all the time like I was not a superhero that could actually do a job.
Oh, that makes sense. Yeah.
So like every situation where I try to like fight things, you're like, oh no, he's in trouble. Let me get him out of
Just
this.
add guilty to George. Poor George. I know. Because I feel bad.
Oh, you feel bad, but you tried to control Terry's fate this game.
Yeah.
So
And-
much.
That's fair.
And I don't think you necessarily feel guilty about that.
Because George is unaware of it. He's hatfully unaware of it. Yeah.
This needs to be role played out
Yes.
a bit more thoroughly here as we move along, and the rivalry needs to be brought
Don't
up
worry. I'm going to bring
as
it.
we move forward. All right, we turn to the last person.
What was the thing I do after that?
That's all you do.
I don't
Yeah.
mark
Unfortunately, when you grow away from people, it doesn't make you any better.
anything. No, it doesn't, does it? Cool. I don't get a clear any.
It's only when we come together that we grow. And what have you chosen, Solarian?
Solarian has chosen to grow into an image of himself.
Oh, I like that.
You win. Ooh.
So, how do you see yourself?
He unfortunately is starting to see himself as not everything that he thought he was.
Oh, why is that?
Because the lack of powers that he's always had and he's always used were not present today. And he felt that without those powers, he couldn't do anything to help.
I would disagree.
Yeah,
I think he
boosted that.
still did a bunch of things to help.
But not in the way that he would have liked to have done it.
So he sees himself differently now as a
Yes.
result.
Yes.
All right, so what labels are you going to shift?
I'm going to shift my superior down and my freak up.
Interesting. Okay. And so it was your superior down?
Yes.
Interesting. So he's less superior, which I think is true. I think you've definitely acted less superior over others. But let's see him get a bit more freaky with his bad self.
Super free.
We're going to hang out with the bad kids.
And that, with no more investigations and questions here at this place, learning there's this company called Camp Org off the books that is the parent company operating over the Tot Stop, we will end the session and I will remove all of the team from the pool because we will start the next game with the new chapter.
Ooh.
Raise a glass and drink with the enemy. Raise a glass and sing with the enemy. And I'm not gonna do this on my own. And raise a glass and toast to the enemy. Raise a glass and sing to the enemy. And I'm not gonna do this on my own.
This concludes this episode of Tavern Tales.
A Curated Masks, a new generation game set in the superhero teenage world of Halcyon City.
Our intro and outro music is the song Tavern Tales by the Bad Billy Band. You can find out more about the Bad Billy Band on iTunes or at www.badbillyband.com or follow them on Twitter at badbillyband. Thanks for listening. Please feel free to leave us a review on iTunes or find us on Twitter at tavern_tales. We'll be back next week with more of the adventure.
You're fired.
Oh,
I would like to speak to an HR representative.
you're nobody. No one HR is.
I have been around the school.
Twice now, Paige knowledge has influenced X-Pay knowledge.
Also, we're a bunch of high
It's
school.
literally become X-Page.
Haha.